Good evening, good evening, good evening. How is everyone today? I am ready for some Friday fishing and streaming my time at Portia. Just before I start, I've got a plan later in the day, which it is already late in the day, but later on Friday, which is closer to the Path of Exile, a new league launch. I'm going to switch games to that. So I've got a couple of hours of my time at Portia. Let me just set my timer to take a break midway in between, and then another hour or so of streaming. I need to make sure that my Path of Exile is updated before I start streaming that. So I will take a short break before 9 PM local time, which is in about 4 hours. So I'll try and get 3 hours stream in of my time at Portia, and then a break, and I'll be back with Path of Exile, new league. So let's play my time at Portia. Let me also just make sure all my settings are right and I am live and I'm not echoing. So one of the things I was doing today was starting to make a YouTube video about fishing in my time at Portia. However, I am really slow at that. It's about an hour of work to do 1 hour of video. No, an hour of work for 1 minute of video. So, very slow. When you can no longer find new relics in the abandoned ruins, change the floor level. Okay, audio sound fine. Yeah, I've got a secondary device that I check stuff on, because I don't always spot it if it's on the same device. Let's see, mining resources. I've also kicked off a bunch of glass actually in the factory, so that's the other thing I wanted to check, that I do have enough a place to sell those glass. So, runes consumable. And some runes stuff. Relics. All the rest I want to keep, I think. Stewed mushrooms. Actually, a gift for Alice, but it's the same amount of rep points as a crystal necklace. So I'll just have one of those. And let's pet my animals. And add some apples. Okay. Get some sparkly stuff. Sparkly stuff. It's right there. So one of the things I was mentioning in my fishing video is to get the lure from those fishes. So there you go. That's how you get the lure. Or you can just buy it from Sophie's farm store. And lots of stuff delivered and mission stuff. From Ursula! Builder, the gas level in the third rune has gone down considerably. We're about to start our next operation. Meet us at the entrance to the rune, dressed for combat. Do not delay. Very serious. Mucus 150 from the Civil Corps. We've completed your commission for Mucus. These are the loot we recovered. Enjoy. Nice working with you, the Civil Corps. Awesome. Let's put that away and also check whether I was lucky enough to catch a... Oh, I did not set a new trap. Let me set a new trap. I need apples. Apples. Capture menu, cotton llama please, place in the trap. Okay. And make sure to feed the fish. Which is in agriculture, I think. I've stored my extra dough to feed the fish. So these two tanks are still works in progress to top up. Fish are subdued by Merlin. Merlin became your buddy. Yeah. Nice. I've got 2 bubblefish kingfish in this one, and about 8 or so golden salmon kingfish in this one. So these are my works in progress, trying to get them up to the cap. And then these 2 small ones and the 1 big one, I'm already capped. No! I do not want to do that. What I was going to say was, in these tanks, I've got the maximum number. I've got 4 and 4 in the small ones, which if I feed them and not press E, I can potentially cap them out to every... Well, 4 and 4 gives me 2 new kingfish every 8 days in each tank, and those I can sell. This one's got 8 pairs of fish, so 16 total, so I get about 3 dough per fish per day, and I'm trying to, besides just adding more, if they breed 8 new kingfish in there, I'm gonna first add into this one, so this one gets topped up, but then every 8 days I'm gonna go for the ACK recipe, which is plus 1 hit points permanently, which I still need to do. Rocket model recover, and as it should be on this side. Apple slices is fine. Just check the factory. You can also go and get a commission if it's a weekday. Is it a weekday? It's Thursday, yeah. So the one thing that I was making a bulk of was glass, because it's just converting my sand into something useful. Steel plate, not enough material, so I've run out of iron ore. Let's just double check. There's 9,000 iron ore outside, so if we pull that in and pull in maybe 3,000 of the wood, that should be enough to keep going. Composite wooden boards, happy. Lots of glass, Okay. Excuse me, just coughed a little. Put the dough. Now the dough I can keep. Do I want it? No. Let's put it away, and I've got enough of the healing stuff for now. 1 hour until play. I've got a date as well. Who do I have the date with? Is not. Ah, it's Paulie's birthday. What does Paulie like? He likes something. Let's check. Social. Paulie likes. Paulie. I'm sure I've done one of those wish fulfillment things for Paulie. Yeah, so he likes simple desk and wall light. I'm gonna take a wall light for Paulie's birthday. If you give them something they like on their birthday or just anything, it's ×3 their normal relationship points. Which is why I'm quite eager to actually get a wall light to give to him. I think it's +15 for him or something for the wall light. So ×3 would be +45. So definitely worth it on a birthday. Take the horse, get a commission and go and play as well. I want to exchange some stone for wood while I remember my daily routine.
Hello.
Hello.
You won't find a person as beautiful as me in Portia. I feel grateful that you get to see me.
Ah. Okay. And an S commission. We at the Civil Corp needs 1 wicker basket. 108 plus Sam is 29 rep. Let's see, this one is with Isaac plus 40 rep. 1 colossal balloon. 150 and 111. I'll actually go for this one just because Isaac I don't do a lot with, so it's slightly harder to actually get the rep points with. So I will do that one first. I also have this date. Let me just get a new rose. Market price 115. Wow.
Hi.
Hello. Would you like a crystal necklace? It's a really nice present. Thank you. You're welcome, Alice. You are welcome. And this is my actual first play interaction with one of the brothers. Play with Erwa starts. What's your plan? Let's go. Hello, Audit. Let's go and play in the seesaw. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, if you've not done the seesaw minigame, it's just trying to get the yellow bar into the red area. Like that. Can you make me go higher? Ooh. Off the screen. Higher. Whee. Yay! That was the one that's he's the newspaper guy. I'm just trying to remember what each of the brothers does. I think was the newspaper guy. It works with May. The animation seems a bit weird for Erwa though on this, because it seems like slow and then fast, slow and fast up. That was really awesome. Okay, let's also go and play on the swings. Want to play on the swings here? Yes. Swing rhythm with me. So this one is fairly similar. You just get into the rhythm of the other person, trying to get the yellow bar to full, and then press space when it gives you the option to press it. Space. That was so fun. Awesome. Also, let's go and I'm a little tired. Can we sit down for a while? Sure. Who's Scraps barking at?
I really liked my visit to Torski. Lots of tourist attractions there.
What was your next compliment? What should I say? I've heard that your eyesight and hearing are off the chart.
Ahem. Well, Someone once did say that I can see for 1,000 clicks and hear a mouse 50 yards away.
Interesting. He's the guy that, yeah, so I definitely think he's doing he's the newspaper guy, and he's previously said that his skill is actually noticing things, so it actually makes a good point that we've noticed he's got eyesight and hearing. That's off the chart.
May is a passionate and resourceful girl. I'm happy to be working with her. The Portia Times office is a lot livelier now.
What to do next? How about a gift of what of the stereo? This looks not bad. Okay, not the best. Okay. Relationship plus 20. As part of my recording for the fishing video, I did actually play in the game but didn't save, so I didn't finish the day, so the game saved. Excuse me. And I missed the date of Owen got the Steam achievement. no show Steam achievement.
Is that... Wow! I like it!
There's an easy achievement. Is become friends with someone, arrange a playdate, and do not show up. Okay, and Paulie.
If Donnie was a man, he should have tore down that warehouse with his bare hands.
Ah, Paulie.
Hello!
Would you like a gift of a Warlight? Relationship plus 36. You remember my birthday! This is wonderful! Amazing. Okay. So, let me quickly do this commission, and then I can head on over quickly after
Hi.
I've given everyone gifts.
Have you ever heard of the story about the dancing robot? This happened several years ago in Ethia. A robot was found in the ruins and brought into town. The robot had only one leg, so it was balancing with its 4 arms. That's why it was called the dancing robot. Anyway, it later shot rays out of its eyes and hurt a lot of people. It's a sad story.
Interesting.
Goodbye.
I know what Nora likes.
Hello.
Hello Nora, would you like, which I suspect you will, a crystal hourglass?
Is that? Wow, I like it.
Oh. And let me just check if there's anything else I want. Big planter boxes. Okay, that's about it. And I saw Sam somewhere. Where did she go? Minimap? Sam. Way over there. Yeah, I want to give her a gift as well. I'm sort of on a mission to try and increase relationships with everyone.
Hey.
Hello. I heard you like shrimp and cheese on
Is that? Wow, I like it.
Cool. Let me, before I forget, ask Ak as well to cook me some more shrimp and cheese on them. Ak, where is Ak? Ak is staring at his beloved lard.
Hey!
Cook some shrimp and cheese on the whites, which is this one. About thing. Yeah, so once you've got Ak as a helper, I would recommend you do recipes that way. Ask Ak to cook them for you. Otherwise, you might be frustratingly using the cooking set in its manual 1x1 recipe way. Sort of all. And a colossal balloon requires. Let's see, colossal balloon. It's actually a work table recipe, I think. Yep. And I do have enough of everything. Probably make some more pigments at in the factory. Let me kick off some pigments. colossal balloon pigments if I've got a blender capacity, which I do. So pigments, how much can I make? 20. Hold on. Bring in all the rainbow flower. Now I can make a lot more. Give me multiple. I want 25 and give me 6 cubes. How much fertilizer have we got? More? There we go. 86. Okay. Let's make about 40. Let's make 20, 25. And give me 2 cubes. Okay. Yeah, the factory is quite nice for your efficiency because you can do multiple queues per slot that you've got available, and like for example, excuse me, I'm getting my buttons wrong. Each furnace gives you the option to get, for example, 10 furnace slots, so you can do 10 parallel streams of production. You still need the items and the ingredients to actually do it, but it's way more parallelizable, if that's a word, to mass produce stuff, because you can do the same items. So previously, for example, if you had just one industrial furnace, you can only do one item per furnace at a time. And waste back, thank you. And now in the factory you can actually say, instead of giving me 10 iron bars, for example, so previously on the furnace you had to do, say you wanted 10 iron bars, you either had to do 5 on 2 furnaces or 10 on 1 furnace and wait all that time for it. Now in the factory, 1 furnace gives you 10 slots, and if you wanted 10 iron bars, it gives you, the 10 slots means you can actually do 10 queues of the same thing. So you can just say, give me 1 bar in 10 queues, and it will produce it in the time that it would normally produce 1 bar. So it's really worth it in terms of saving time. Yeah, just for that one reason, and it's much more efficient rather than going to an item by item or to furnace by furnace. You can actually just go to one like control panel and set everything that you want there. It's over there. Okay. So how do I get over there? It is, I believe. Let me actually just, on the way there, just a little bit of mining and resource gathering. Leveling up, nice. Let's see what my skills are like. I want items can sell for 8% more. I will take that one, thank you. The reason I'm doing these extra stone is number 1 marble and number 2 is bloodstone, which is industrial furnace or industrial core, which is an ingredient for industrial furnaces. As a rare drop from these, that's redstone. I can show you, that's a redstone, yeah, the one that just dropped bloodstone. And it's a fairly rare drop, but just from these ones. So as long as you've got a bunch of them to mine, you can get maybe 10 or so per mining session, or clearing all the big rocks on the way to the tree farm. Man, I was doing this YouTube video, right, and doing a recording for that, and then I actually separate my soundtrack and my visual track. So in game I recorded the fishing experience and the fishing rods and etc, etc. And then the audio track I record separately. And man, does it take ages for me to actually be happy or satisfied with my voiceovers. Because I'm like, no, that could be said better, or why are you stumbling and umming and ahhing? so self-critical. Which is kind of why I like streaming a little bit better in the sense that there's just one take. That's it. Yeah, maybe I need to get better on the one take experience. And save me some time when I'm doing YouTube videos. Lose some of that authenticity, but it helps with the professional look and feel of a production or a produced video. Okay, a few more mushrooms, and then we can head on over to key number 3. And try and get there before the rogue knight gets it. I forgot I can actually pick up stuff from the back of my horse. Where is this thing across? Over there. Okay. Gather some more strawberries. The other thing I like about experience in this game is everything gives you experience, which is great. Strawberry, like that just gave me 50 XP. Fishing gives me 150 XP, or depending on the type of fish I catch. But everything gives XP, which means you just whatever you want to do in the game you can do. And oops, so let's get the big weapons and make sure that I've got the right weapon types equipped for weaponizing. That's a gift. That is heals. That is heals. Not gonna need my fishing rod in there. I'm gonna probably need crit. But I like to keep it not on my main bar, because I don't want to accidentally do too much of that. Okay, let's do this.
Good, you're finally here. Listen up. This is the last key location listed by the locator computer. We don't know what's going to happen when we set the key. Maybe I'm going to head into the ruin with Mr. Remington and the builder. Arlo, you'll lead the rest. And be on alert out there. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ready to enter the ruin?
Let's do this. Many portions have their own stories.
There's
you will
still some
learn.
residue gas in the ruin. So take this gas mask and put it on. We'll go in when you're ready.
What? Okay. We will go in when I am ready. So let's get some bubblefish stew, which gives me this buff. Crit chance plus 35, so my crit chance goes up to 69%. Global crit chance, and I am ready. Let's do this. What? Okay. There's some down, and there's some stuff upstairs. Okay. Let's go around. Explore the room. I saw on this side, I saw an exit. What? Whoa, cannons, man. Thanks, Ursula. We're a bit slow, but cool.
It's not opening.
Check the panel.
Check the panel.
Seems like its circuits are burnt.
We should get some off of the AI machines around here.
Explode the rooms and put a wire. Repair. Just the
it
one
worked.
robot.
So, Cap, I've heard you're from the Lucian area. I was there as well, in the Lucian Civil Corps.
Is that so?
Yeah. When were you there? Maybe we've got some common pals.
I'm sure we don't. Now focus on the mission.
This is suspicious. Why don't you want to talk about Lucian?
Sure.
You take them, you take them. Oh, this one with the bubbles. Okay, what's this? Before we turn it on, let's get some loot. Oh, why is it bubbling me? Bubbling me! No fair, no fair. Ah, big chest. You missed me. Okay. Blue chest gives me a small tag. Okay. Let's press the big E. Okay. Continue exploration. Okay. So this is where we came from, but there was a ramp down, probably to that area. Okay, and let's just top up my health again. Bamboo incense, health plus 325. That was all a bit slow getting down. Why did they take the official route? Ah, blue chest! Blue chest! Magnetic bracelet. The average. Mobs to fight us. Yeah, come on, this way, this way, this way. Line of sight, guys, line of sight. There we go. Okay. Where's Remy? Ah, he's still fighting. Sorry, Remy. I got a bit distracted looking for you. I didn't realize you were ahead of us. Wow! Cannon! 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 Laser cannons. Sounds very similar to Minister Lee's story of the robot. Wow, more cannons. Whoa! Yeah! Get the cannon! Get the cannon! Get the cannon! Remy! No! I've had enough of these cannons! All of these swinging guys just making noises, trying to sound tough. So there is a dead end this way. So let's just go and clear that after I get some health back. Whoa, get the cannon, man, get the cannon. Can't just shoot and expect no one to actually care that he's shooting. Get a chest, which needs a red hawk. I think I've already got that. Stamina and health, sure. Thank you. More cannons. Oh, bubbles. Patrolcraft T21. Whoa, you missed me, you missed me. Whoa, Patrolcraft T21. Remy, are you alright? Remy is alright. He's just out of breath. Look at the earth. I don't know what's up.
I can jump across. How about you?
I've got a bad knee.
I'll find a panel to place here.
Let's see. Check. Requires a silicon chipset. Repair.
Reliable as always.
You're welcome.
I think we're almost there. Be on the lookout.
Let's see. Did I miss one? Senti dog. I'm just gonna go and get the Senti dog, which probably has a silicon chipset as well. Copper wire. Okay. What is a chest over here? No chest. This side. No chest. The combat music started, so maybe I aggroed something over there. Against the wall. If I go straight ahead, yeah, dead end. This is probably a boss room. This is where the boss drops in. Okay, let's get some crit again. Boss room, yeah. For voice activation. Voice identification required.
That's the last key.
Dun dun dun. Got a bad feeling. Voice identification failed. Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Whoa.
Oh, come on.
Piggybot. Piggybot. Remy! Not my good friend Remy! What? Piggybot! Ah! Look around there, the archers. Mr. Piggybot! Bad manners, Mr. Piggybot.
Is this what you guys went through for the last 2 keys? What a workout.
There goes nothing.
Key unlocked. Let's see. Bird nest, lucky chest, lucky sacks can be opened by right clicking in your inventory. Understood. Random items can be found there.
Hey, boss, look at that.
That's not good. It's magic!
Our prize awaits. Mr. Arlo, take my men and set up a perimeter around that place, pronto. I do not want a rogue knight to get in or out of that place. I'm going to contact HQ and see what they want us to do next. Sit tight and await my orders.
Okie dokie. 2,000 calls. Okay, let's see. Was this one? Just trying to get my bearings, so it was over there in that direction. Yeah, so it's probably this one. The Somber Marsh. Did I get anything exciting? Red Hawk I've already got. Yeah, already learned. A military engine, a compressor, stainless aluminum and aluminum wire, and some carbon fiber. Okay. Let's harvest some wood. I think these give me poplar as well. I think so. No? No, it's only the desert one that give poplar. Hardwood, ironwood. Okay. Can I actually enter that, or do I have to wait for Ursula to come back with news? Let's see. Over there. No, cannot enter. But we're leaving the entrance wide open. And the rogue knight will probably try and get in there. So one of the things I still want to do, it's 3 p.m. in the in-game day, is to do a bit more fishing for bubble fish kingfish, because my tank only has 2 of them, and to have a proper breeding operation I need more. But while I'm here, let me actually get a bit of fertilizer ingredient. It's also the ingredient for the small planter boxes, so I might as well get a few of those. And how much goals have I got? 13,000 goals. Not too much. I was thinking or debating whether I should just stop up my fertilizer and buying it outright from Sophie. It might save me time. Okay. But let's go and do some fishing. So this is a bubblefish and golden salmon fishing spot. So let's see if I'm unlucky in that 12 hours of in-game time of fishing. Catch kingfish. I'm also accepting normal bubblefish because it's a ingredient for the bubblefish stew, which is the Crit John's recipe. Normal bubblefish, 1 kilogram. Two kilograms. 2.7. I caught, for the fishing video, I caught a bunch of Goliath fish as well. Man, those fish are big fish. They're tricky because as part of the video I was doing it as a with the beginner fishing pole, and it just reminded me of how tricky they are in the beginning. Yeah. I would recommend, if you can, or you've got access to the collapsed wasteland, to actually go there for early fishing, because it's got the wise fish there, and if you've got the skill point in the fishing skill, it allows you to just get a higher chance of actually catching fish than you might have with the tricky Goliath fish. Yeah, I've in terms of the Path of Exile build that I'm going for, I'm gonna go for a Necromancer build, and I'm still to link it in my commands actually. Like the mass minion build, there's like one on the forum that's a 70 up to 74 minions, which is basically every minion, which is interesting way to play the game. There's also the actual achievement, which I've not got in Path of Exile, that is Behold My Army, which is have 60 minions, which I've not done before. I have played a few minion builds before, but not that one with that many minions. I think the most I had was like 5 or 6 zombies, 7 zombies. Yeah, because I've played a Spectre build before, as a minion build, or a couple of them, but not a mass zombies, skeletons, phantasms type build. That the one is. Yeah, if you just, I think if you go and visit the PoE forums, there's a, in the witch section or the necromancer section, there's one that's like a mass minion, up to 74 minion guide, which I'm gonna try and follow. I've not actually read through it, I've just said 74 minions, that's what I want to go for. Because it's going to hit the achievement as well, hopefully, by the time I get to maps. or later in the end game. I'm still debating whether I want to go solo Southbound or play normal league. I play softcore, I don't play hardcore. But I've read some frustrations or heard some frustrations around Trade League in general. So last league I actually played solo Southbound. The problem with that is you have to find everything. And if you play a lot it's fine. But I struggle to actually keep up that motivation if I can't buy stuff. My previous reasoning being that if I need stuff or I find a really good drop that I'm not going to use that I can sell, I can actually just migrate all into the normals or the regular league and sell it then. Or if I need something specific for a build, I can buy it or migrate and then buy it. So in the beginning it doesn't actually influence me that much. It was just not being able to buy, say, maps to complete tiers of mapping just slowed me down in terms of what I want to do. But the additional change that might actually help solo Southbound progression is this master mission saving, or that you can stockpile master missions and then choose when you want to do them. Because that I actually like as quite a neat change. Because I felt I really made progress in maps when I was ready to do mapping. Because I kept getting interrupted by delving and temples and doing stuff for who's the other masters? Now I'm forgetting. June. Yeah, loads of different things you can do in maps that interrupt your flow of your game. And I didn't even play a Cyclone last league. It was the Cyclone League. Yeah, working full time still takes a bit of available time away to actually just game to my heart's content, which I've kind of addressed at the moment by just taking a few more days off a month, like every other Friday or so. I try to take a day off just to give me that feeling of I've got more time available. Kingfish! Fishing for 6 hours in game and I've not caught a kingfisher. Only 8 hours left. The strictest sense of the word, if I wanted to catch kingfish, I would just let all the normal biting fish go past. But because the bubble fish is still useful for me in a recipe sense, I'm willing to take them out. The other fishing spot that's quite lucrative for just general fishing is the one in the oasis, which got the 2 high value fish. In addition, if you catch kingfish as well, it's pretty good. But it's got the wise fish there, and it's got gladiator fish, which is one is worth 320 and the other one's worth 280. So I would definitely recommend that if you've unlocked that. You can fish there if you need the money. But for now, I am actually fishing for kingfish for breeding. A lively bubblefish there. There's blowing bubbles. I wonder if the bubbles is actually the bubbles that I'm seeing on the water is actually because it's bubblefish in this fishing spot. I need to check the other fishing spots. I think I've seen bubbles at other fishing spots as well. I need to check. That would be too much attention to detail. Whoa, kingfish, bubblefish, let's catch it. Nice. So one kingfish so far. The golden salmon kingfish would be fine as well, because that goes to the other fish tank that I'm trying to fill up. Is with golden salmon. And if I fill up that one, I think I'm going to stop at two fish tanks for now. That hopefully is full and give me 8 kingfish every 8 days. So I can do that recipe that gives me, I think it's +1 hit points for the salmon one, and the bubblefish one is +1 defense as a permanent buff. But yeah, I still need a lot of bubblefish kingfish to actually hit that cap. And I'm gonna try and get 2 tanks full as well of bubblefish kingfish, so yeah, I'm gonna need 40 bubblefish kingfish. Or 32 actually to cap out the tanks, but yeah, I'm not gonna count the first one up to the 16 mark. I'm just gonna try and get 16 or 20 in the first tank to make it full until it gives me the message that you can't put any more fish in there. And then take out and put 16 in and put the rest in the new tank, and those ones I can count. If I'm gonna wait for them to breed till they are full in the tank, it's gonna take ages. The game might not even last that long. The main campaign might not last that long. I've got the impression I'm about 70% through the main campaign. I've looked at the wiki in terms of the main story campaign quests, and I think I'm about 70% through the main campaign. Golden salmon. I did not have to catch a golden salmon, but it's fine. Bubblefish. Another bubblefish kingfish, please. It'd be nice if I can add another pair to the fish tank instead of just one more. Then it's going to be the third wheel. I don't want to be the third wheel in a romantic enclosed space. For a moment there I got excited with the icon. It's just a regular emperor bubblefish. I think most bubblefish I should be able to reel in one reel with this master fishing rod that I've got. Emperor salmon. 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 English, please. English. If I can English today, I can probably pronounce it correctly. Salmon. It's pronounced, it's spelled salmon. Oh, for a moment there I was my attention was wandering and I almost missed a click there. For the bubblefish kingfish number 2. One more. No, 2 more bubblefish kingfish. I'm getting greedy here. I also learned today when I was debating or preparing for the YouTube fishing video is that the harbour also buys fish, and the harbour has a purse of 26,000. So if you do fish at one of the higher value fish spots and you catch a lot of kingfish that you just want to sell and not breed, the harbour is actually a good vendor to sell to. So it's getting rarer and rarer that I think I will have too much fish for all the vendors to buy. Which did occasionally happen when I was just fishing for Goliath fish early on, before I had the South Block unlocked. Now as a quick tip, how the fishing works is you catch the fish when the icon comes up You keep the white bubble on the fish, and the red bubble inside shows the tension in the line, and you try and make it not go to the outside of the white bubble, which on the beginner fishing rod is actually quite quick to happen, so you just need to stop reeling in the fish with the left mouse button. Otherwise you're just trying to get the countdown in the center of the screen down to 0. There we go. 3, 2, 1, 0. Emperor bubblefish. Golden salmon. 4 kilos. I was looking at the sizes of the fish earlier, trying to determine if kingfish are bigger than emperor fish. But it seems like emperor fish is the biggest fish in terms of length. But I haven't been looking at the weight. Maybe I should look at the weight as well. The wise fish look so small, but they're like 70 centimeters or something, and the emperor wise fish is like 100 something centimeters, and Goliath is like 130, the standard Goliath. And I didn't see the emperor Goliath, what their size is, but I'm sure it's pretty big as well. The kingfish of them is just standard though. Not too big, not too small, just normal. Bubblefish, kingfish. I want to be a kingfish whisperer. It's getting late, you should get some rest. Not before I catch more kingfish. To do fish breeding, or at least kingfish breeding, you will need 8 days in the tank for a pair of fish to actually breed a new fish. So, and it will breed, if you've got different types of fish, it will, with different levels of fish, it will beat that level of fish. So I try to just keep all the fish in there, kingfish, so that it breeds kingfish. Which, if you're after money, you can do as well. It's all fine. I think the normal fish breeds in 4 days, and emperor fish breeds in 5 or 6 days or something. So 8 days is not too bad to wait for the extra 5,000 goals compared to the normal price. Because I don't think kingfish is more like demanding in terms of feed or anything. I would definitely recommend, if you can spare a kingfish instead of sell it, to actually use it for breeding. You can get the, I think the small fish display, which is the first level of fish tank you can get, is a 5 recipe disc with the research center. 5 disc recipe with the research center, I should say. Oh, there we go. So you can get it fairly early in the game. Yeah, so if you do like the fishing aspect and you manage to catch a kingfish, I would definitely recommend doing a little bit of breeding if you've got 2 of the same kingfish, which does occasionally happen. But early on, I think my first kingfish I didn't actually sell. Now I did sell, but I used it to get this this green chair, which gave me stamina regen, which is a useful skill to have. Which you just sit in the sit in the chair and you regen stamina super quickly. So let's check. Gonna add that in there. Put in. So now there should be 4 kingfish in there. Nice. And did I catch a llama? No. Let's put in some. What's this one? Medium relic can be placed in museum. donate that to the museum. I'm slowly building stuff that I want to donate to the museum. I've already donated 48 items, so I'm looking to get 12 more, which is, I think, the last level that they actually give you a reward for donating stuff to the museum. So I'm going to try and fill that up. But I wanted apples, so I can trap the box again. Apples? Apple. Many apples. Cotton llama. So you can only trap the cotton llama with the golden ginseng, which you can buy from South Block. So you need to get the bridge across the river first and then develop South Block, and the store there sells golden ginseng. Let's top this up. Top this up. Okay, that's pretty good. Apple slice wise, and what have we got here? Wheat, rainbow flower, and empty box. You can also actually give Ak seeds to plant if you want him to plant seeds. But occasionally I don't want to plan too far ahead in terms of seasons, because some stuff stop growing if you plant it too late. So if it was spring, like it is at the moment, it's 3 days to go till the end of winter. Not too many stuff grow only in winter. But if it was spring and I actually asked Ak to plant me some spring stuff, or forgot that he had spring only stuff in the let's see, spring, let's find something. Spring or summer? Spring, summer. Is there something that's spring only? That's the timer to take a break. So let me just finish this thought. So if I asked Ak to plant lettuce seed, for example, he doesn't look at the calendar. He says, it's spring and I can plant this. Or he follows your instructions exactly. So even if it isn't spring, so if it's winter and I gave him lettuce seed to plant, he will plant it. It won't grow, but he will still plant it, right? So you still have to be very careful in terms of timing what he plants to be either all seasons, in which case it doesn't matter because it just grows any season, but specific items that you do want to grow that's only in a specific season, like this sisal seed, which is used for linen, is the output, and this is specific season or summer specific stuff. Yeah, anything that only grows in a specific season is a bit risky to give to Ak to actually plant. So I've got a few days left in winter, and I've already got a bunch of rainbow flowers going. Let's plant some cornball. However, it takes 10 days, but all seasons, so it is actually fine. And let me just store this recipe that I already know. How much gold? So it sells for 250. I can probably sell some of my items that I'm not using, or that I've got duplicates of. Yeah, this whole, the big boxes here in this side of the yard is actually mystery salesman seeds, which is typically big stuff that you can use in the autumn harvest competition as well. Okay. So let's put that agricultural stuff back and feed the fish. Actually store the current bubble fish. I do want to transform it into this, but I've already got like 91, so I'd rather just have a big stockpile of bubble fish for when it becomes necessary again. So this, I believe, now means that there's 6 kingfish in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. yeah, when you get this message, tank is full, it means you can't actually feed them. How many fish are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 6 in there. So what I do is I remove 2 of them and then feed the rest of the remaining ones. 12. Now there should be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, which I can count. And this one should have been fairly close in terms of the timing. But because I accidentally took 1 fish out, I might have gotten the timing wrong. But the small fish tanks I actually just use to give me a source of revenue. So I've just got 2 kingfish that I can sell. Which is 10,000 golds. Without having to go fishing again. So this I think is about 15 or 16 fish so far. Or 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of them. Thereabouts. And we've got 4 in there so far. Unless they've already bred, which I don't think they have. Okay. So I've got the extra 2 kingfish which I can sell. Sort all, yes. Let's put that there so I know they're there. Okay. Let's go and see how my farm animals are doing. Did I pet them today? That's the question. I don't think I have. Oops. Don't pet them with a catfish. I was going to take a break as well. That was the timer. Let me just put up the notice that I'm taking a short break, and I will be back in 5 minutes after I've done a bit of stretching and gone to the loo as well. For those who have not been introduced, this is my lion cub plushie called Luki, which is the Afrikaans name for a lion cub, which was my nickname when I was a little kid. So there you go, this is Luki. He's my mascot. So let me just double check all my settings, because I've moved and pressed a few buttons, and that I am indeed live and not echoing. I think I've got a conspiracy theory that Twitch forces you to actually look at your settings by occasionally introducing weird echo into your stream. So let's see. petting the animals, making them happy. I think after 100% it doesn't actually matter, but I've heard it makes them grow faster as well if they're happy. Make sure they are fed. Okay, there's no echo. Happy to report, and you might already know. Yeah, I've had one stream where basically the whole stream was a horrible echo, and I wasn't sure if, I don't think the previous stream was like that, but some setting I changed or I accidentally opened my stream without muting it, and yeah, the whole stream was echoing for like 4 hours long, and I didn't realize that until a streamer or another viewer actually came in and said, listen, you're echoing. And I was convinced during the stream that it's fine, because I did do like a video recording before the stream to make sure that the sound setup was working, but it was all local, right? And then afterwards I watched the stream and it was horrendous. Dear Builder! Recently, with the completion of the western path to the marsh, we were able to check out the ruins on the main island in the marsh. We found no creatures of any sort lurking about, so we're declaring another abandoned ruins open for business. Happy diving. From the Civil Corps. Nice. Okay. So, I want to actually go and check where that is. Over there. And there's a DD stop as well. Somber Marsh abandoned ruins. I need to go over there. Do I have a spare DD stop? I'm sure I do. Sort all first. And put some mining resources. So this is actually what I'm getting from the Dana's mine deliveries. There's random ores. I actually need to go and upgrade Dana's mine, because last I only did the 10,000 upgrade there to increase the size of the deliveries. What do I want to check? Manufactured item for a DD stop. No. Let's go and see. No, I wanted to kick off.
Oh, my dear Lara, how I miss you.
Ack. You
So,
are a
Ack,
little obsessed.
you never told me who Lara really is.
She's the love of my life.
I know, but what was she like?
New dialogue.
We were from the same set of servant AIs. She was the governess type, I was the cook type. We were brought to life in the same batch by our creator AI. I worked with her for 37 years before I was sent up to the space station. I have not seen her again since then.
Aww.
I'll tell you a secret, since you're my friend. Whenever I'm looking at this statue of her, I'm actually trying to shut out reality, and that she's gone. The world I know is also gone. Just decimals in the annals of history.
I'm wondering, should you say you're sorry to hear? This is a very British thing to say. Maybe just general politeness. Or maybe hold out false hope that she's still out there. Let's see.
Thanks for cheering me up, but you know as well as I do that's not possible. I just have to accept it.
Axe seems to be pretty down. I should talk with the mayor to see if there's anything we can do.
Build a bigger Lara model. I wanted to check for DD stops. I've got hardwood plank, bronze pipes, and fiber too. Yes. Make it 2. I'm fairly sure I'm near to the end of the DD stop expansions. But while that's going on, it is a Friday and I need to go and pick up a commission. Hassan Tuss, what's Hassan Tuss doing? Talk to Arlo. Hello Arlo. Oh, hey, it is Burrito.
Do you have a moment?
I do.
What's up, Barlow?
It's something a little personal. I'd like your opinion on the matter, but can you promise me you won't tell anyone else? Thanks.
I promise.
How about we walk to Central Plaza first? Some scenery would help ease the mood.
Sure. Come this way. Walk. Run. Sorry, just needs to support my local gal, Alex. And need to go and speak to Mayor Gale as well. So this running backwards is, I've been trained by Gust and the Run QQ Run quest.
You see, a few days ago, Nora, that pretty gal missionary, laid out her feelings for me on a date.
What?
I haven't really given
I
her a
thought we
response
had
yet.
something special going.
It's all a little sudden. I like telling her stories about my adventures, but I always saw her as a younger sister. I'd be lying if I said I'm not attracted to her at all, but I'm about the civil corps right now. I'm hesitant. Should I accept Nora's feelings? It would be a big change for me. If I get into a relationship, I'll need to make sure I prioritize my time with her. What do you think?
Option. I think Nora's a nice person. You should consider it. I don't know, you two aren't that compatible. This is a personal matter. I'm kind of uncomfortable with it. I want to say it's like, nah, she's not the type for you. I want to... I shouldn't be jealous. My character is not jealous. My character is not jealous. I think Nora's a nice person. You should
She's a really
consider it.
kind-hearted and thoughtful person. I think I'll wait until her mission's over. If she still likes me then I'll give it a shot.
Until her mission's over. Okay.
Thanks. Talking it out with you really helped. I'll go have a chat with her.
Which I think is a 2-year thing actually in the game. Not sure if it actually ends anything, but that's how long it's supposed to last. Alice, have I
Hey.
given you a gift? I have not. Would you like a crystal necklace?
This is beautiful. How did you know I love this?
Cool. And pick up a commission and speak to America. Yeah, I'm trying to do a commission every day. I just saw there's a Steam achievement for like how much? 150 commissions. Well, I've not even got that. So I'm trying to do one a day. So in 1 year, of the in-game, it was 30 times 4. So 120 minus 4. So it's 116 days. So it's just over a year and a half of daily commissions to actually hit that achievement. So I'm a rank S, 18,000 points, way ahead of Higgins. He's rank A, and almost 15,000. I should win again this month, and win the yearly one as well. Wooden pillar. I think that's just a normal... Speak to my girl, hold on. How we can help Ack with his lady love.
Mr. Ack is depressed? Can that happen to an AI? Never mind that. What can we do to make him feel better? It's not like we can bring back a piece of the past back for him. Can we?
You have an idea, Mr. Mayor?
Yes. Well, I was thinking. I heard from the research center that all living AIs in the past had their own home station, a place where they rest and link up. I know Mr. Eck already has his own apartment, but maybe if we can make a home station for him, he'll feel better?
That sounds like a good plan. I'll go talk with Petra.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. So just in case you didn't know, my relationships with everyone is pretty good. So I've BFF'd Gail, Ack, and Emily so far. I'm very close to Alice, Nora, and Sam. They're best friends. And then Django and Mint are good friends, as is Albert. And then slowly but surely I'm upping the rest as well. Especially if I actually know at least one gift that they like. I've been trying to at least carry that on my inventory. So for example, this is a gift Ardit likes. Waist pack I'm not sure about. Crystal necklace is liked by Lucy and Alice. Bacon roll is something Gust likes. Shrimp and cheese on rice is something Sam likes. This is something Emily likes. So I can actually put this away now that she's my BFF forever. What else? This is something Nora likes. This is something Albert likes. Rose is something Mint likes. Paper flower is something that Django likes. And this advanced engine was something I was giving to Ak as well. But now that they are basically full on relationship points, I've stopped giving them the gifts. Let me just set the timer for my next break. Okay, 4 wooden pillars. Okay, let's go do that after I've spoken to Petra. Should be at the research center about helping Ak.
You want to make a home station for Ak? I guess that's doable. From the images that I've seen, a home station is actually pretty small.
But let me guess, you will need 5 data disks.
But I don't know what's inside. I've only seen images of the outside. Maybe you can ask Ak?
I'm trying to keep this as a surprise.
Oh, in that case, maybe Mr. Isaac knows. He's probably read more books from the past than the rest of us combined. If he doesn't know, you'll have to ask Ak.
Okay, speak to Mr. Isaac. A rider. Portia.
You want to know what an AI home station had inside, so you can make one for Ak. About time more people are interested in gaining more knowledge. I remember I read something about it in the Founding Principles of Robotics. According to that book, the station provided the AI a home to go back to. The AIs were able to install their personal items in there, socialize with other AIs through their networks.
So the home station started out empty?
That's right. As the AIs became more human-like, they also needed more personal space and privacy. So human society came up with the home stations.
Interesting.
Why not just let them live inside the houses?
Good questions. The society before the Day of Calamity didn't treat the AIs as equals, you know. They were seen as machines, after all, to be used as man's pleasure. The home stations were man's way of showing the living AIs their place.
Now I'm not sure if I want to build Ak this home station thing after all.
Oh, you have a kind heart, young builder. But you can't just presume something based on your point of view. Maybe talk with Ak, see what he thinks.
There goes the surprise. Thanks, Isaac. Always a pleasure.
He's a Mr. Miyagi type character. He's you get little sound bites from him. He's like, don't waste my time. Sound bites. Speak to Ak and where's Ak? Just pick up the DD stops and wooden pillar is here, I think. Wooden pillar. Yeah, it requires poplar wood, so I need to go and farm some poplar wood as well. I want 4. Okay. And while I'm gallivanting about, I want to also get some stone to exchange for wood. And then also go and check out the new abandoned ruins. I think that's where I get the titanium ore. I'm now heading into unknown territory because I've not played this far before. Hey, Albert.
Hey!
Would you like a pot of Asteria?
Oh, thank you so much. I really like it.
You're welcome. Okay, what else? Wooden pillar goes to... Let's check the map. Goes to Martha. Hey.
Hi!
Hello Sam, would you like some shrimp and cheese on rice?
Thank you. Never expected you to give me this.
Okay. And... oh, shellfish, before I forget. Nice price to actually sell stuff as well. 127% market price. I think I should actually go and check my factory. The reason I was doing mass producing glass is to get rid of my stockpiles of sand, which
this is something special, my friend. Thank you from the bottom of my
2
heart.
sand sells for 1 gold, right? So I could have just sold the raw sand, but 8 sand makes 1 glass, and 1 glass sells for 12 golds. So 8 sand would have sold for 4 golds. So instead of 4 golds, by turning it into glass, I could sell it for 12 golds by just transforming it slightly. So I was debating, I need to wait for a good market day to bulk sell some glass. Hello.
Salt on my crackers? You want to make a home station for me? That's so very nice of you!
You seem down, so I wanted to do something for you. But do you want one? I heard from Isaac that the old society didn't treat living AIs very well, and how they didn't allow you to live in houses.
I never thought of it that way. We're machines, after all. We're programmed to serve humans. We didn't have much of a choice.
You have a choice now.
I know. And it's my choice to say that you're my best human. And I would be honored if my best human made me a home station.
Thanks, Zach. I guess I'll go ask Petra for a diagram.
Barrels on a monkey? I still have to design my old home station in my head. Here, let me draw it out for you.
It looks really simple.
Simple is the best. Can you install it in my apartment when you're done?
New diagram, home station. Nice. Actually, apparently, commission wasn't Martha, it was for... not for Marsh. Gale? No, it was Russo. Now I remember...
Sometimes the best decisions aren't the most popular ones. I think the new harbor will take Portia into the future.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Is a commerce commission. That'll do. Russo became your buddy. Deluxe fishing kit. Let me actually check this out. What does this do? Max stamina plus 10. A toolkit for fishing that's needed by every fisherman. Plus 10 stamina. What does it actually do? Can I rotate my character? There we go. Deluxe fishing kit. I should actually get a proper item set that's specifically for fishing. Once I'm a bit further in the game, I think I want the outfit that's specifically fishing, like all the fishing competition rewards. I think I've got the top that I bought because I didn't have a better top at the moment, or at the time that I won the fishing competition in the first year. But I might then use the extra badges and stuff for in the next year for fishing gear, just to outfit my character in a specific outfit that's suitable for fishing. Dress for the occasion. And let's put that in items and gifts for the time being. And the wood and logging. Yeah, so I can definitely use some more poplar wood and some more purple resin as well. I've occasionally, when I've had recipes in the factory, I've pulled stuff into the factory to just use that item, so I think I've pulled in all the purple resin and stuff in there. Let's see, how's this going? So 592 glass, which would sell for, if I collect all now. So this should sell for 12 goals a pop, which 500 is times 10, 5,000 and something. Yeah, I'm gonna wait a bit before I actually sell it. I want a nice big stockpile to see if I can actually bulk sell it to ANG Construction. I will, however, sort all. Having said that, I do want one of them in my inventory. I've got 900 glass so far, to see if ANG Construction actually buys it. I believe they will, but sometimes the stores surprise you by not buying the stuff you think they would. So let's quickly do this. Check if ANG Construction buys glass. They do. So 16 at 127 market price. Okay. Let's have the one. Yes, 16 gold. I am rich. 16 gold. Yeah, I think I've done all the upgrades that I can from ANG Construction with my existing buildings. I've got the factory level 2, house level 4, land is not from them, assembly station level 3, work table level 3, yeah, loads of stuff that I've already upgraded. Let's see, home station. I also need to check auto pump. Which of these I can actually donate to the museum? So I was doing home station for ACK. Treadmill plant home station. Check. Requires titanium plate. I've not done titanium, so this is actually the first one that wants the titanium plate. I've got strengthened glass, I've got steel shell, carbon steel bar, copper coil, and titanium plate. Nice. Okay, so this just encourages me to head on over to... What's this? Ack looks down. Ah, so that's where I need to install the API or the home station. But where I need to go and mine it is over there. Cool. That's that. Everything on my factory, on my farm is humming along nicely. Okay. So let's head on through the tree farm. Gather some mushrooms while I'm going there. Now mushrooms I don't think you can buy from anyone, which is why I'm gathering it when I see it. I also need to go and farm some ginger, which is apparently, I looked at this up on the wiki, apparently it's in the collapsed wasteland. So there's one recipe that gives me plus 20% stamina per use, which is the golden radish soup. But it requires ginger as an ingredient, which I'm currently limited to buy. Place to do this stuff. Cool. And let's do abandoned ruins. Amazing. Elevator. Do you want to spend 20 golds to switch to another area of the abandoned ruins? Your current progress will be lost. Confirm. And Somber Marsh, abandoned ruins. Would you like to pay 600 golds for a weekly pass into the abandoned ruins? Yes, I would. So this is actually my first venture into this abandoned ruins. So let's see what secrets this hold. Tag anything, everything. Parts box, advanced engine. Let's go for this. What's this? Magnesium ore. Lead ore, what's that? Iron ore. Okay, so if we see titanium ore, I need to stop and mine a lot of that. So far, it's all ores I've seen before. But I've got a lot of time in the day to just drill through everything with my driller. Advanced engine, more parts box I think. Can probably also mine for iron ore in bulk, because that's an ingredient for carbon steel, which is used for steel plates and a lot of other stuff as well. So my factory often runs out of those. Cooking recipe data chip 1. Ah, that is what I'm looking for. Titanium ore. Nice. Get a bunch of that. As much as I can get. So this lane is out. Small silicon chip, advanced engine, gear. It's actually cool that you can find gear in there as well, instead of just from the factory. Advanced engines. Actually, if it's more common, the advanced engines, I might not be so stingy with exchanging it for other stuff. Not enough stamina. Yeah, I did use the advanced engines and the I think it was, which one was it? Industrial engine, I think, which is the other one that Ack also likes. He likes those two engines as gifts, so I've been using them interchangeably as gifts for Ack to get his relationship to the best level at. Tag a few more things. Ancient computer piece. Another relic that I've not seen before, I think. Yeah, what about Titanium ore? Yeah, new relic discovered. Ancient computer. Vinyl record player piece 2. Nice, all these new relics that I'm discovering is cool as well. Parts box. There's another parts box over there. Tanner Rolly Poly piece. Incredible Mandy piece. That sounds interesting. Okay, incredible Mandy piece. Looking chipset. Vinyl record player piece 1. Parts box, advanced engine. Some stamina. Condensed power stone. I'll go for that. Small silicon chip. The small silicon chip is the other thing that the Church of Light accepts for their seeds, which is the rainbow flower seed and the sisal seed, which is why I'm eager to get some of those as well. Take a few more things. Parts box, advanced engine. Oh. Whoa, what's going there? Sparkling objects in the world are resources that give you stuff. Can be harvested. guessing what the rest of that says. I don't think I've seen that tilted actually. I've been poisoned! Is there a chest? No chest. Curious. Okay. Let's go drill some more. Mine some more, I should say. I'm looking for a lot of titanium. And it's the light bluish ore, I think. Marco's tail, please. That's iron ore. That was another kind of ore. Manganese ore. Iron ore. I'm happy to take. Condensed power stone and a valve. Clear sky doll piece 1. Piece 3 I should say. Vinyl record player piece 1. Silicon chip. Tampering record. Hold on. Skip these ones first. Clear sky doll and parts box 30 minutes. Let's go. Put these ones first and then a bit closer. Wait, there's something. I'm close, I'm so close. Tin ore, copper ore. Where did I get tin and copper ore? The copper ore in here as well? If this one's got all the kinds of ores, I might just come here permanently. Don't think they've got the different relics though. I think they've only got their own type of relic. Okay. Oh, nice. Let's look for some of that. Titanium ore. Nice. Anything with a light blue tint, not this. That's the entrance. Is this it? No, this is manganese. Looks like it's not in too many spots though. I'll have to see if I can find a big vein, big juicy vein of titanium ore. Whoa, nice. What is Colton piece? That should be a new relic. I don't think I've gotten anything. Yeah, new relic. Colton. Welding helmet. Piece 2. Another one? A welding helmet. That's a relic. Nice. Clear sky doll piece. Whoa, got a few runes. Some stamina. Rooms, not runes. That's what I meant. Not what I said, that's what I meant. Okay, this one, did I do it before? Yeah, I think I've done this one before, but not the other one. So that one I've done, and this one I've not done. The game is saved after each day, understood. I know that one. Chest with maybe traditional hat. Another chest with power stone. Pink sofa and another chest. Old part 1. Old part 1. In that case, it's singular. It's just an old part, not old parts. Okay, let's tag a few things. We can chipset and Marco's tail. Ah, yeah, there is copper in here. Amazing. Did not realize that. A bunch of copper. So there's copper, iron, manganese, titanium, all the good stuff, man, all the good stuff. Advanced engines. Oh, look at this. This is a nice stockpile of thing of titanium. Iron. Clear a dull sky piece, and I've got that. Parts. Go for the silicon chip. Seems a bit closer. Typewriter piece too. I don't think I've got a typewriter piece yet. Let's see if it's a new relic. Is it a new relic? Yep, new relic, typewriter. Cool. It would be amazing if you actually could use some of the stuff that you find instead of just being a relic. It's like, oh, now you can type letters. My timer or reminder on my phone just went off and said, remember to stream at 7:30. Like, I'm already streaming. Tag a few more things. Parts box, parts box, parts box, condensed power stack. Nice. Lots of part boxes. Yeah, copper or a bunch of. Look at this. Nice. Juicy light blue purplish stuff. I don't know what quite to call this color. It's purplish blue veiny things. Parts box, of course. That's an iron. Oh man, this is one of those things that make me think I've got to expand my inventory again. I've got a feeling I'm gonna get a warning soon that I'm running out of inventory space. Yeah, the last time I was mining, I also ran out of inventory space. And I had to stop because I was mining too much stuff, of the good stuff. Too much of the good stuff. Is there anything close? Let's do this. 26. It's not close, but I will take it. Yeah, I'm going to the corner here. It's not ideal. Tempering liquid. I'm always looking for tempering liquid. Not enough stamina. Go through the copper ore. Wait. Of the good titanium stuff. Condensed power stone and tempering. Good a box for loot. Whoa, cauldron. One. I've got another cauldron piece, but I'm not sure I've had one. It's pretty good. Diving helmet piece 3. Seems to be lots of different relics in this one. Now there's on the wiki there's actually a survey. What do you enjoy the most of diving in the ruins? Is it for the relics? Is it for mining stuff? Is it the loot? What kind of things do you enjoy? Is it the secret rooms? And most people were saying it's actually the relics. I enjoy getting a relic. There you go. Survey said it, so it must be true. I think the sample size was quite small there. 4 people said they prefer the relics. It's good that they've got the sample size in there so they can make their own judgment. Welding helmet piece 1. Okay. And there's something, dammer rolly piece. Oh, you do not have enough inventory! Okay, so that was what I was afraid of. I need to store some of this firecracker stuff somewhere else. What is cheap? Is there something I've got only one of in my inventory that I can throw away? Let's drop this. Okay. And then I picked up an exquisite fountain pen. Do not have enough space in your inventory for what? How much is the last one? 51,800, which I do not have enough of. This is vacuum cleaner. I've got the recipe already. Mady hat is worth 20 gold. Oh no. I do not want to equip this. So that's what it's done. It actually hasn't dropped this. Equip this. I've dropped my adventurer's hat. Let me actually make sure that I'm equipping my adventurer's hat. Because it's 8,000 gold, and I was looking at, I think Carol now sells it as well. But it's crazy how much you have to pay for that. Waste back. Okay, I'm actually gonna end it there then, because I do not accidentally want to drop my stuff out of my inventory. That is very expensive. And I've got all my crit stuff. Okay, I'm still good. I'm still good. I'm getting the warning that I need to clear my inventory, please. Okay, so let's head on. Don't think the DD stop is gonna work this time of the day. If I can make it back before 3 AM. It's getting late, you should get some rest. Okay, runes consumable, store everything and put some of the good stuff in there. I might actually be able to manufacture some of this. 59, 60, 999 and 61. Maybe I can kick off. Let me actually put it in there, or one of them, and then kick off a relic. See if I can kick off a relic, and also in the factory, the titanium plate, rocket doll welding helmet. Okay, and factory, super quick. Titanium plate. Which is blank. Titanium plate. And view, pull in sapphires and pull in not enough titanium bar, pull in all the titanium. So let's make 10 titanium plates. So the thing with this is it requires cutter capacity, and I've got 0 of 26 queues so far. So this is what it will take up. It will take up 1 cutter and 3 furnace queues or slots. So if I want 10 plates, which I do, I can just say, actually, give me, I'm gonna go for about 25. No. 5 in a queue, but do multiple queues. Right, 10 queues. I might run out of sapphire. But the rest should be fine. And then I have some titanium plate in the morning. Amazing! Cool. And I think I will actually try and get in bed. Let's try and get in bed. And then in the morning I can build the home station for Ak if I've got 10 titanium plates. Experience gained by helpers 2460. Abandoned rooms 1, a license about to expire. Let's go and see. Number 1, have I caught a cotton llama? Which I have. Let's put some aroma apples in my shortcut bar so that I can calm him down. He seems very agitated. Feed. Oh, he's getting so happy. He's getting high. No more, he's high. Okay. Mini game. Let's do this. Start. W S W S S W S W S A D W S W S S W S W S A D W S W S S W S W S A D W S. Sometimes they get two like in a row, the W's and the S's. So you have to be quite careful to press it in time to leave room for a double. If you leave it too late and try and perfectly time it like that, you might have just missed it. Which I'm still learning about, and I'm slightly getting better at this. Did I do this? Yes! Capture success. Whee! And then you just run over here and right click on the stable and say, sorry Mr. Cotton Llama, you are worth too much. And I'm gonna sell you. Cool. And then I can top that up again and get some apples. Food 2. Apples. Capture menu and place another trap. So I can do it the next day as well. It just keeps giving me money, man. It just keeps giving me money. 39,000. And let's do the feeding of the fish ceremony. Items and gifts. Drop that in there. And the feeding of the fish requires some dough. 4 fish in there. Right, don't put in apples in there, and don't click remove. Click 4. Click feed. Okay. Don't think. Have we got a new one? No, there's still 1, 2, 3, 4 fish in there. There's a lot of fish in there. It's about 8 or 9. So make it 29. I don't want them to go hungry. This one's got 16 in there, so it's 38. There's 4. 12. This one's got 5. So this one's now gotten a weird asymmetry. In 5 is the cap, so it can breed over this cap once more, but I've took one of the pair out accidentally before, so of the 2 pairs one doesn't actually finish its 8 days, and I think because I took it out of the tank, I reset the timer for that pair of fish. So yeah, so now there's 5 in there. I'll just leave that going until I get the warning that I can't put any more in, and then take it out. Welding helmet, what does this actually do? Welding helmet, spherical shell specially designed to protect the head and eyes from welding metal. Max hit point plus 200 from a recovery machine, but it's a special item relic, which means it's gonna go straight into my museum donation box. And let's do a clear sky doll. Cool. And over here everything is growing nicely. It's almost ripe. And all my apple slices are going. Cool, let's see if I've actually managed to get to 10 titanium plates. 30. There we go. And I need something, because it looks like I ran out of something. Fertilizer, not material. So what you do for that is you can either manually pick it up outside and bring it in, or click on the view tab. And if you've got something outside, you click on the icon and you can teleport it in. Yeah. There we go, so I've got titanium plate now. So I can do this home station for Ak. Build. Confirm. I just need to check when it's done whether it's something that can be built for or donated to the museum, because then I will build another one. Manufactured. Cool. And the food, which is the pumpkin pie, I can store. I'm gonna actually store the fireworks thing as well for now. Let me store it in special, because I don't think I'm going to do too much fireworksy stuff at the moment. Okay, let's pick the animals. Now they're coming along, 64%. And 64. 74 actually. Okay, now they're coming along nicely. Let's put some honey in and some plant fiber. Okay. Is everyone happy? Have some more plant fiber. A balanced diet. I tell you, a balanced diet. Oh, mystery salesman.
I heard the richest man in the world is in town. I should go see if there's anything he wants to trade. I know several things he owns that I want.
Nice.
Hi.
How about will buy some good stuff from me. Which I've got this already. So I've bought this before, but the museum doesn't accept it because it hasn't got that little green piece of text on it. Golden necklace, what does it do? Liked by men and women, a status symbol. Sweetheart cake. Let spouses taste the sweetness of their relationship. Can be used to get your loved one to call you by a pet name. Man-eater sofa. 10 topazes. Name card. A card to record information about your baby. Given to baby to rename. Explorer's cap. Military cap. Okay, some of these caps I've already got. Market price 132. Goodness. Why has he got such a big purse but doesn't actually buy anything from me? All my stuff is grayed out. We'll take the seeds and an iron frame double bed, and I heard a rumor that a television, a common home entertainment relic from the old world, is still in working condition, but it doesn't have many content. But the television is what you actually need to watch tapes that you find in the ruins. So some of that I think I'm gonna actually take. And there we go, no more resources. Let's see the letter. From Sophie. Hello dear, I've prepared some... what was it? I'm sorry, I don't remember, and I've boxed it up already. I'm sure it was pretty good, whatever it was. Pumpkin pie. She's so sweet. Thanks, Sophie. That's Granny Sophie. Emily's grandmother. Sort all. Put more stuff in there. I put the bed and the TV in the house. So bed and TV. See, I think I've got an upstairs. Oh, I already have a double bed. I was like, I need to prepare for when I want to propose to someone and get romantic. But I already have a double bed. Get another double bed. In case she wants to sleep in separate rooms. Oh, it's upset at me. For some reason. I don't plan to get her upset at me. But, there we go. Let's see. Let's put this. Can I put it down? I can't put it down. That's outrageous. Why can't I put it down? Do I have to put it down outside? Can I put it down outside? No, I cannot. Let's actually then see if I can just... Wait. Let's do this. This is home station for Ak, which is a large assembled item, and I can donate it to the museum. So I'm gonna kick off another one. Bold, one more. Okay, and the TV. Let's sort this first. The TV, I wanted to check runes stuff for this, right? Because I heard that you can do some of the tape stuff. On the TV. Not sure how that actually works, but let's try this. What is this? Ancient computer. Let's see. Can I put it down? Can I put it down? I cannot put it down. Can I drag it on there? No. How does this work? Salt. From the Mystery Man. Doesn't have many content. Marcus Tale. Okay, this is where I typically switch to my wiki on my other screen. Look at there. television. Okay, so I need another item, which is from ANG Construction, which is the television stand. So it's not the television by itself, the television stand is also needed. Which is a Saturday, so it's inspections. There's also like a Steam achievement for doing like 100 inspections, so that's gonna take a while. Let's do this, that one, and that one, and one more. That one. 22 red points. That one. That one. Oh, that one. And that one. Workshop Red and Presley. This one, and a smudge on the bottom there. You didn't clean your work. Discipline, I tell you, discipline. The kids of today, they just think they can do anything without paying attention to what they're doing. Okay. Just say hello.
Hello. Dr. Shu is the ideal man. Good looking, gentle, and a good doctor. People get better immediately just by looking at him.
Hi!
Hello, President.
When I was your age, I worked from dawn till midnight. All that hard work paid off, and I'm now the commissioner of the branch.
Okay. Workshop rep, representing the other workshops. Our workshop is the most professional, it's just a fact. I didn't say which workshop though, it's just the other workshops. Okay, let's go and see if I can actually install this home station for AK. And then I can go and get a... I think it's in here. Yep, it's somewhere there. There we go. Apartments. Install the home station.
Home sweet home. I love it.
Like a bubble pod thing.
Thank you, best human.
Best human! I is best human!
I really hope this makes you feel better, Ak.
It really does. I don't have an emotion chip, but I'm so very happy right now. I think I could get used to this era. Let's take a picture to commemorate my new station.
Sure. Wait. Where did you... Why did he leave? I thought he wanted to be in the picture. Let's take a picture like that as well. Take photos of home station. Hold on. Can I actually... I cannot go in. Oh, I can go in. Whoa! Take a picture. Inside. Rotate. No, no. Where's the... Take a picture like this. Ah, like that, with a ticker box. Save. Cool. Take photos. Talk to Ak. And I want to buy a television stand from ANG Construction as well. Oh.
It's perfect. I'll hang it up.
Oh, he's giving me king salmon fillet. I didn't even need to get to that. So this is what I'm actually breeding a lot of king salmon for as well, is the +1 permanent hit point. It's not a lot, but because you can get a lot of fish breeding at a time, potentially you can use it to actually increase your hit point by +8 or something for every batch of kingfish that he can breed, potentially. So it's a slow burn increase. So anyway, let's eat that and plus 1 eat point maximum. I'm now 270. And let's go in there and let's see if I've got the television stand that I've been told about. A large bookshelf, work desk, piano. Oh, medium relic. Oh, 132% market price. Not a good day to buy stuff just as a rate. Let's do it anyway because I'm greedy. I'll put that in my donate box. For the museum. That's an umbrella. I'm looking for a TV stand. Looks like a TV stand. Marble flower square. Marble. Television stand. 4,000. Just moving closets. Common furniture for storing clothes. It is very spacious. Oak double bed, a floor. Good choice. I hope you'll be my friends forever for spending so much money with you. A television stand and a piano. Can I put that in the house? Let me just talk to all my friends and give them all gifts.
Hello.
Hello, Sam. Would you like some shrimp and cheese on rice?
Is that? Wow, I like it.
Amazing. I think once you become friends with people, the characters who are your friends will actually stop and chat with you instead of just running by if they're doing something else. Which is why Minister Lee was outside just looking at me.
Oh, now this is something special, my
waiting
friend.
for me to talk to him because he's my
from the bottom
friend.
of my heart.
Django is my friend as well. Let's see. Gust, I've got gifts for almost all of them. Let's see. I have a pot of stereo for him.
It really is a nice present. Thank you.
Gust, I've got a bacon fish roll for.
Looks like you spent some thought on this.
No, not Gust. No. Gift, roses.
Wow, I've always wanted this. Thank you, I'm so happy.
Amazing.
Hello?
Lucy would like a crystal necklace.
I like it. You're very nice.
Amazing. And let's go and see. I've given Sam the gift. Alice.
Hey,
Hi. Would you like a crystal necklace as well?
this is beautiful. How did you know I love this?
I just knew it. I had this feeling. More roses and yep. So it's 4:27, the second last day of winter of the first year. Of my first year in Portia. So close to the next year. Must get all the sparkly bits. Okay, so I've got another one that I can detonate in the museum. Let's put this in there and in the museum tab. Museum. So I've got a few things now in the museum, which is this one and the piano. So this should be 10, and then if I get 2 more, I can donate it to the museum. Make another trip and get to maximum. Clear sky door. Rocket model. Confirm. Destinatable small relic. Yep. Put that in there. Museum. If there's one thing I can actually kick off in my workshop. Hold on. Number 6. I'm gonna put this TV there and put the TV stand on the TV. TV on the TV stand, I should say. Set up television. Oh man. E selects program. Marker's Tale 2. Confirm. E. Okay, there's no sound. And it's on a short loop. Oh no, it's not a loop. Wait. Logo. Interesting. So maybe I should do it in order. See if I've got... actually move one of the boxes next to the TV. So I can access my storage from here. Actually move it right there. And put it in... actually going to put it in special actually. Because now it's a bit of a lore for the game. Sort all. Let's get more of this. So I've got a bunch of this. Got some books which I don't know what to do with either. I think it's good as gifts for some people. Stuff. It's also consumables, I guess. Sort. These are all relic pieces. Relic pieces, sort. Yeah, relic pieces and cooking chips. And runes consumables. This, but not the tapes. I'm getting the tapes for my special box. That is lore. Let's see. Sort. I've got Planet Explorers, Drains, Protoform, Marker's Tale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14. Whoa, so I miss a lot of Marker's Tales. Marker's Tales. I need to get the full set. It's like I'm missing a season. Okay. Cool. So I'll continue watching that when I've got a bit of time and a bit more of the series. How far are my trees along? So it's 12 hours till it's mature. I've only got 2 mature Zeolorus, which are these 2. I think I've only got 2 mature apricots. These 2 and 2 mature nitrous. So they need a bit of time as well. Oh no, they're all mature! Nice, so my nitrous are almost ready to harvest. As my Cristellas, I've got 4 mature Cristellas. No, they're all mature. Nice. Okay, I'm just going to check status. 3 days, 6 days, 6 days and 3 days. Nice. Apple trees are now all mature as well. Nice. Cool. So, in terms of my actual production, I was thinking I want to finish this line of small planted boxes, and depending on how my how big a harvest it feels for, especially the Cristella trees, which is a source of the sapphires as well, I might get more of them, so I might move the whole small planter box row up to and have another row, so it's a 4 row of big boxes, and then rearrange, because I think I've got enough apple trees, so I don't need another 5 apple trees. So I might just actually move these ones over here and just expand the others to have more, especially the Crystella trees. So I might go for 1, 2, I've got 4. I might go for an extra row of Crystella trees. So it's 4 plus 2 is 6 plus 6, so 12 Crystella trees as well. And then the others are 8 and 8 should be fine. And 8 apricots. Oh man, I've got a plan. And that's in addition to my fish breeding program and my normal factory production stuff as well. Let's look at my factory production stuff. Do I want to produce something else? The fertilizer, titanium plate and glass is going strong. Is anything short? Not enough sapphire. So cancel and cancel. It's fine. Glass is going well. Let's see. Is there something I can produce in bulk? Do some multiple marble planks. Give me 15. Give me 4 Qs. Confirm. Iron wooden plank. Let's do 25 and 4 Qs. Igneous brick. I can probably go and mine some igneous brick again, which is that spot on the western plateau. How's it looking? Oh, this is fine. Welding rod's fine. Strengthened glass. I can probably bring in some tempering liquid. I can actually bring in tempering liquid, because it's both strengthened glass and cultivated soil. Is it cultivated soil? No, hardened clay that needs that. So let's actually do some hardened clay. Cancel. Multiple. How much can I make? I can only make 25, so let's make 12 and 2 kilos. And resin. Let's make 25 and 4 kilos. And flour. A bit more flour to bring in. Yes, I do. So let's make. I could actually make the dough like straight away instead of going via flour, because the flour is only really used for the dough. Cultivated soil, multiple. Give me 15 a Q and give me 2 Qs. However, having just kicked that off, I am feeling the need to go and commission more stuff from the Civil Corps. So let's go and do that quickly. And then I can probably go into the ruins again, because there's lots of stuff to still find. Or I can go fishing. To the ruins, I think. I haven't got a new rune diving one. Let's see. So this is what I recommend if you're out of tempering liquid, is actually if you've got money but not tempering liquid, for example, I'd recommend you do one of these and get a lot of tempering liquid, and you can times 3 it if you've got the money. So in my fishing video, for example, I said, just fish for a lot of money, because one kingfish will pay for all the loot of this. So you say fish and get at least 1 kingfish, and then you sell that and you do one of these commissions, or 3 of it at one time. So you can do it at 1 for less, but if you're like, I need lots of tempering liquid, you can up it to 3 rune dives as such, and the cost will increase, but it will only count as 1 commission. Right, so I want tempering liquid, and what else do I want? I want springs as well. What else do I want? Small, maybe the small chip I want more of, so I was like, let's do this one and post. And Yes, and that's 1 commission. And then I also want animal bones. I want to cap that to 120. Unfortunately, you can't do more. You can make it slightly cheaper if you're willing to wait longer. I was just like, go for the default. Post more animal bones and get. It's hard shell. I don't know what hard shell is used for. Let's get some of that. Just so I have it in my inventory. 9,000 coals. And I've got 23,000 left. I can probably sell some of the data disks. Because it's 75. So a stack of 1,000 is worth 75,000 coals. If I can find some store that buys it and have a big enough purse. So maybe let's go and see. Might just sell that. If ANG Construction buys it, they've got this purse of about 56,000. Let's see. Yeah, they buy research disks. And market price 132, so I'm taking them out. Thank you. Okay, so 915. And the harbor has, I think, 26,000 gold as well. Well, why is everyone here? Ah, the Commerce Guild just closed for the day, I think. And let's go to the harbor and empty their purse strings as well. Ah, Nora! I haven't given Nora a gift today. Oh, hello Nora. No, horse, no. I want to talk to Nora.
Hi!
Hi. Like a crystal hourglass?
I like it! You're very nice.
Thanks, Nora. But I heard you like Arlo. I'm slightly grumpy that I heard to find out from him that you admitted your feelings to him and not to me. I thought we were buds. Could have adjusted my expectations. Let's see. They don't accept data disks. But they do exchange military engines for advanced engines. And I haven't got the silicon chipset for that in my inventory. And they sell crystal fish tanks if you need to buy more crystal fish tanks. I think I'm alright for now. And I don't want to buy it at that inflated price. I want to sell it at inflated prices, I don't want to buy it at inflated prices. Why is Nora running around? Curious, I don't know. Maybe I should follow her and see what she gets up to. Getting some fertilizer ingredient. I also want to go and mine some igneous rock. So doing a bit of resource gathering while I've got a Saturday free. What's Hassan doing? He looks suspicious over there. Are they playing? What are they doing? Can I talk to them?
Musa said he didn't have a job for us. He said we should look to help improve Portia.
Okay. Maybe they just look suspicious by default. I know I shouldn't be so judgmental. They tiptoeing! They tiptoeing! Isn't that suspicious to everyone? Why are they tiptoeing? What's the time now? Almost 8 o'clock. Okay. Yeah, the new Path of Exile League officially launches at 9. So I think I want to finish the Portia stream part at the latest, let's say 8:15, so that I can actually read the guide that I'm supposed to be following, and also just make sure that I've got the update installed for the new league. That's like a 10 gigabyte download. And Steam updates for Path of Exile is actually quite slow. So either as soon as I go to bed after the 8:15 or at the end of this in-game day, I might actually call it. Just start getting ready for Path of Exile. Because I'm sure the servers are getting hammered. People uploading and updating stuff because there's you have to get the new filters, loot filters as well. And I think if you've got Path of Building, which some people do, they use that for explaining their builds or proving that it's got this much DPS, this many million DPS on Shaper. So all of that needs updating before the new league. Probably also can tune into Metal. He usually does he's a big streamer, he does a bit of cosplay, typically for launch of a new league, where he dresses as a character or in the theme of the league. He will do a bit of cosplay. It's usually quite humorous because he's fairly, I would say, his sense of humor is very straight-faced and dry, and people don't always get it. He just can get a bit sarcastic with his audience, but yeah, it's always interesting to watch him. He typically on the league launches, his stream gets like 20,000 views, or viewers. So he's quite popular on league launch, and I have watched him on occasion as well, especially on league launches, and he hits Reddit front pages as well. So, or I should say Reddit Path of Exile front page, not proper Reddit front page. As far as I know, these rocks are the only rocks that give you this igneous rock. So whenever they spawn, I just try and get around and harvest all of them, and then let them respawn for another. I think they take about 5 or 6 days to respawn. So if I haven't done it in a while, I'll try and get back. I think I've got all of it. Let's go and drop off a lot of this, and then I can go into the ruins and mining some of it. Look at the lighthouse. We built that, or we helped build it, I should say. Mostly ANG Construction that built it. To be honest. We helped with the small bits, like the magnifying glass for the lighthouse, the rocket model. Okay, no more relics. Sword, all yes. Okay, now before I go, I can actually unlock the last row of inventory, so I've got the full inventory space, and let's go to the mine. That is over there, Somber Marsh Abandoned Ruins. Let's buy the tree farm. And let's not get distracted by mushrooms. Just run straight across the bridge. Oh man, mushrooms! Okay, not too distracted by the mushrooms. It was right there in my path. I couldn't help but pick it up. Okay, I'm actually gonna reset this. Yes, and let's do this. Second day running. I want to get more titanium ore and all the other stuff in there. More relic pieces. Yeah, more relic pieces. I can build more relics to donate more stuff to the museums. I'm hitting my 60 items donated. Oh, look at that. That's an item like right over the top. Look at that. If they're handing it out for free, I will take it. Okay. Mineral record player. Clear sky doll piece. I wonder if I'm gonna find more I'm gonna say more relics that I haven't even started collecting any pieces for yet. Welding helmet piece. Clear sky doll piece 3. Agricultural data chip, small seed, cooking recipe, boring stuff. Advanced engine. Stack stuff on this side. If we can find it. Yeah. Cauldron piece, welding helmet. Small silicon chip. Parts box. Hey, another parts box without actually looking for one. Clear sky dollar piece, diving helmet piece, diving helmet. Okay, I've already found that relic apparently. What else? There. Parts box. Okay. 500 creative designs. Let's go that direction. Clear sky dolphins. Agricultural data chip. So this is one of the act chips. So I think I've already got this, which is why I'm not too excited to get more of it. Not sure what you can actually do or who will actually use it. If anyone actually accepts it as a gift or likes it as a gift, you can maybe just sell it like I've just done the bulk selling of the data list. More stamina. The other thing, now that I think about it, if each data disk sells for 75 golds, that might actually be like a monetary return from spending a lot of time in the runes late game, once you've done all the other recipe type stuff with the data disks. Because I've done all the research center stuff with the data disks. I've got all the what's called the research notes, which improves your factory. I've gotten most of what I want from the Church of Light that they exchange for data disks. I think I'm alright to actually try and sell it in bulk. If I do have like a full stack, I can sell it, and if the market price is good like it was today. Might be a good source of revenue. With A&G Construction buys it. And they've got a big purse. That might be my go-to thing to sell to them after the mining session. Potato discs. So I've got a feeling like each session. So I was at, let me actually check my inventory. So I was at about 920 or so after selling a full stack. So I've got an 80-ish plus 15. So I've already got 100 or nearly 100 data discs in this session. I've got a feeling I can get about 250 total per session if I just mine like crazy. Which I don't mine too much. Oh, silicon chips. Hold on. There we go. Iron ore, lead ore, tin ore. And the small silicon chip is the other thing, because that's used for buying seeds from the church as well. The rainbow flower and the sisal seed. Wow, everything. Steel cable, advanced engine, parts box. Ah, no stamina. You cannot continue, you don't have enough stamina. Hold on. There it goes. Juicy titanium ore. I will take it. Farewell from Dad and Grandpa. I think it's a painting, this one. Yeah. Advanced engine. If I get 15 advanced engines per session, I can almost just purely exchange that for the military engines at the harbour. Not sure what it's going to be used for, so I shouldn't make too much or exchange too much of them. But yeah, if it's in limited quantities, I'm sure it's useful to somebody or valuable to someone. Or maybe a recipe that you normally can't produce in bulk unless you prepared way ahead of time by buying it when it was in limited quantities, like I'm doing with the roses and giving people roses as gifts. Because everyone likes roses. Who doesn't like roses? Okay, here, golden piece 3. And I've got one more. I've got carbon fiber. I am good. Tag stuff. 146. Yeah, each game day in-game I found lasts between 30 and 45 minutes because I'm on the super slow speed. So if I say this end of this in-game day and last another day, I'm not gonna actually make it for the Path of Exile launch, and leaving myself actually time to prep properly. So at this end of this in-game day, I'm actually gonna call my stream for now, and I will be back once my Path of Exile is ready, and it's about 10 or 15 minutes ahead of time of the actual league launch. So about 9:45, 10 to 9 my time, which is just short of 45 minutes from now. I will be back after this in-game day. So once this character queues over at 3 AM in-game and the game saves on the new day, I will end this stream for now, which is my time of Portia stream, and then a later start of Path of Exile stream. Parts box, and coordinates. Tag anything. We go golden piece, I can do this. Let's do this. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Got the clothing piece. Don't make it. Just get some loot. Oh, there we go. Oh. So the game's saving, and I am gonna say goodnight then. And thanks for watching me play My Time at Portia. I will be back in about 45 minutes if I manage to update that quickly, because I still have to download the Steam update and all the loot filters and stuff for Path of Exile. So yeah, I will be back streaming in 45 minutes or so. So good night, thanks for hanging out, and I will be back later with another game. Take care, bye.